I purchased me a generator primarily for when it gets real hot. It will, that little thing will run a little 5,000 BTU air conditioner, which I don't think I need this weekend. Last night actually got cold, but right now I'm primarily using it to charge up my batteries because I'm doing a lot of sawing. As you can see, I've got the tent set up today due to the weather, because it is cool enough now to where I can sleep in it, because it gets awful hot in there. And a funny thing, when I had the yurt, well, first I had the little 4-man core tent, and then I built my teepee, and then I slept in my teepee. It's great. And then when I went back to sleep in my 4-man tent, I was thinking, wow, this tent is really small, which I remember it being real big when I was at Disney World. But now, after sleeping in the yurt, I'm thinking, wow, this teepee is really small. And like I may still go with the yurt later on, but this is gonna be the best tent for the fall and winter season. And we got a cold front coming through next week, and it's supposed to get down into the 60s, and I'll probably come back the next half of next week. But update, oh yeah, I'm in my truck. It's a 1990 step side Chevrolet Silverado, is that brand? But it's 1990, 30 years old. Engine runs great, a lot of the electrics are out, but it's still enough runs on it to where it passes inspection every year, which is good. And I'm going to be working on the electrical system soon anyway. But we got that set up this week, where my plan was to expand or remodel my kitchen area, which I'm not happy with the layout, and that's still up in the air if I'm going to do that or not, because I don't have that much room, especially to back out the truck and then leave the property. So I might be moving that area out, giving me more room. My cousin said the hogs are back, so the wild hogs. And I was even thinking maybe starting me a perimeter fence around the lot, which I always wanted to do, just for the aesthetics of the campsite. But right now I'm cutting trees. I want to finish my shelter. I still haven't put the roof on the shelter other than the tarp. I really want to finish that, and that's what I'm going to be working on this 4-day trip as well. Now, my propane bottle's got pretty low. I usually use it to make my coffee in the morning, but I had a good fire going on the rocket stove, and it's really, cooking that coffee good. It's getting a brown tint there in the tip, so it'll be ready to drink soon. But when I arrived here, it had been raining for the whole week, and everything's wet. But man, you get good dry wood in this sucker, it goes to town on the heat and the burn. Well, I've experienced my first camping trip in a thunderstorm. The only catastrophe, that's not the right word, victim of the thunderstorm so far has been I forgot to bring in the toilet paper. So I do have some man wipes I use when I'm don't want to take a shower, and they're just like baby wipes, and if push comes to shove, I can use those, which is what most likely I'll do. I mean, everything got wet. I mean, it's not a waterproof environment in here, but like I say, this is my shower, and there's my luggable loo and my sawdust, and there's some also wet wipes there. But I've got enough water, I think, for one more shower that I'll take tonight. But everything did get wet. Oh, there's my lanterns. I didn't think they'd get wet, but they did. but the wicks are still dry. I'll be able to use those tonight. But everything, so far I looked inside my tent, it looks dry. Like I say, it's never been rain tested, plus I haven't sprayed any rain off product on it, so it hasn't been treated for rain like my other tent has been. And I bought a bunch of product to treat my yurt, so it'll be ready for the next outing, which I think I'm gonna bring it here because I enjoy all that space from the yurt. And I thought this was big. It's a lot bigger than my 4-man tent until I spent a night in my yurt. Now it's puny compared to the yurt. And it's still sprinkling right now. And while I was in here, I tried to stay busy because nothing else to do. Can't work. I'm working on a fence over there, as you can see. But I carved me a new cedar pole. I cut a new. It's a rickety. It's a crooked pole. It's not straight like my others, but it came out pretty. This one right here. That's my prettiest one right there. It's super straight. I love that one. I use it as a tamp for I dig holes. But I've also got this one, which it like turned brown and old and yucky looking. So I don't know what the deal is. That was maybe the wood was deader when I cut it, because this one here and this one right here, I don't remember if the tree was live or not. Now the tree was living here. I didn't know it was living. Because I love cedar. I don't like cutting them down, but I cut it down and then it did have some growth on the roof. So it was alive. And this one right here got a bug crawling on me. Now this little bitty one here, this was my first one. So like I said, that's my first one. It's real pretty. Like I said, that one's nice, but it's all brown, moldy looking. This one, which I did before that one, like it's beautiful red like cedar should. And then I got my new one right here, which is, it's all crickety. And somebody on Facebook selling for $25, and they're a lot nicer than mine. So I don't know. I'd like to do something with them other than just collect them. And you can probably hear the rain still tapping on the tarp here I'm under my original shelter. It's where I always hunker down when the rainstorms in the old days. But like I said, I'm gonna get in that hot tent during the rain, so I'm just staying out here relaxing until it stops storming, and maybe I can do some more work before dinner time. The usual video recap of what went on. I got rid of a tree right there. It was I think it was one of those that bloomed the white flowers. But anyway, it's really a pain driving in, but not driving out. I worked on my little fence here a little bit, and then I ran out of paracord. But I'm gonna have a fence that goes all the way up to Barber's Trail, and I got my put a few more logs on the roof there. There's my cousins. They come and visit me every evening, make the time go by quicker. We did have a pretty fierce rainstorm, but little things got wet inside the tent, but I think it's because the top of the tent came loose and that water fell into my tent. I don't think the water got in the tent from the rain, but from when the tent fell. Did the roof on my kitchen a little bit. Not much, just rearranged things because I couldn't think of a better thing. I did put a post right there for tie downs, but nothing really changed in my kitchen, which I need to pick up some more things. That's about it for this trip. Other than the rain, very uneventful. Like I say, I put a few more. This is what I was going to concentrate doing on, but the rain kind of stopped me. I was going to try to finish my roof here on my shelter, and that's where I stayed during the rainstorm. nice, pretty day today, but that's gonna go away and it's more rain tonight. Then cold front comes through, and I think this is about the end of the summer for Texas. And the cooler weather will be welcome.